العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده تبارك وتعالى ونصلي على جميع أنبيائه ورسله ونستفتح بالذي هو خير. سبحانك ربنا لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. نعوذ بك اللهم من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا، من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله وسلم عليه وعلى آله وصحبه. أما بعد، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us sincere and to accept from us, to give us the best reward in this life and the hereafter, to grant us knowledge of His book and increase our iman and our practice, and make us in this life guided, protected in the hereafter from the hellfire and His punishments. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to lead us by His book and mercy to the Jannah, inshaAllah ta'ala. We are in Surah Al-Hijr and talking about preservation of the deen and the Quran and the believers and all the creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the examples here, they are mixed sometimes to show us how He preserved things in His creation, in the universe and earth and all these things, and at the same time extend that preservation to the believers. And we were talking last time about the story of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam receiving the angels who were going to go to the people of Lut and destroy them as part of the process of preserving the deen. So now Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam in one area in Palestine and Lut in the Dead Sea. But Lut works under the supervision and guidance of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam, just like Harun works under the leadership of Musa alayhi salatu wassalam. So people of Lut basically within themselves have made it the worst place ever to see and live. Immorality everywhere, and they were forcing this practice on everyone else. Even they tried to force it on Lut and his family, and they tried to spread it around the area, not just there, to the point where the message of Allah has hit a wall, can't be propagated, can't go beyond these people. They have blocked Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam and Lut from spreading the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so Allah by Himself have decided that the only way to open the door for the da'wah of Ibrahim to continue and Lut to continue is to destroy these people. Otherwise, they are a true roadblock that Lut can do nothing much, and Ibrahim, same thing. They were contained by the action of the people of the Lut. So, Lut and Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, they have not realized that they are really hitting a main roadblock and cannot go beyond. They don't see it, and they were working on it, and they think one day things will change. But Allah concluded no more time for them, and they have gotten all the time they deserve, and now it is time to remove this roadblock from the way of the message of Allah. So that is narrated in this story that we went through last time and we'll go again, which is from 51 until 61. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ونبئهم عن ضيف إبراهيم إذ دخلوا عليه فقالوا سلاما قال إنا منكم وجلون قالوا لا توجل إنا نبشرك بغلام عليم قال أبشرتموني على أن مسني الكبر فبم تبشرون قالوا بشرناك بالحق فلا تكن من القانطين قال ومن يقنط من رحمة ربه إلا الضالون قال فما خطبكم أيها المرسلون قالوا إنا أرسلنا إلى قوم مجرمين إلا آل لوط إنا لمنجوهم أجمعين إلا امرأته قدرنا إنها لمن الغابرين فلما جاء آل لوط المرسلون قال إنكم قوم منكرون. We'll just read the English translation until now and then we'll continue. Alright. Brother Umar says salam to everyone. And he's going to come next week. This week cannot. And the honor being passed to Brother Ashraf. Go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. And tell them about the guest, the angel of Ibrahim, when they entered unto him and said, Salam, peace. Ibrahim said, Indeed, we are afraid of you. They, the angels, said, Do not be afraid. We give you glad tidings of a boy, son, possessing much knowledge and wisdom. Ibrahim said, Do you give me glad tidings of a son when old age has overtaken me? Of what then is your news? They, the angels, said, We give you glad tidings in truth. So be not of the despairing. Ibrahim said, And who despairs of the mercy of his Lord except those who are astray? Ibrahim again said, What then is the business on which you have come, O messengers? They, the angels, said, We have been sent to a people who are mujrimun, criminals, disbelievers, sinners, all except the family of Lot. Them all we are surely going to save from destruction, except his wife, of whom we have decreed that she shall be of those who remain behind, that is, she will be destroyed. Then, when the messengers, the angels, came unto the family of Lut, he said, Verily, you are people unknown to me.
Okay, we'll stop here. Now, we said right now the road being blocked in front of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam and in front of Lut. Lut, his people, basically dominated the atmosphere life with corruption and crimes as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he was not able Lut to pass the message to many people of his, to many individuals of his people. Limited, only basically his family, as we see here, and few believers out of the whole people that was sent to. On the other hand, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam realized that also he is at dead end because he is getting too old and he sees no real progress in institutionalize the message of Allah on earth before he leaves. So he already tried in Iraq and it did not go well. He ended up only with Lut and his wife Sarah. He went again to Egypt and he did not get any fruit from there except Hagar, peace be upon all of them. And then he came back to Palestine, and this is the conditions. He is getting old and no one to carry the message after him. And Lut is being basically overwhelmed with his people as criminals and spreading forcefully immorality. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I am going to open the road for you. And opening the road requires two things. One, to punish the criminals. And the punishment is to uproot them. Otherwise, this bad things is going to continue and spread. It's like a disease, contagious disease. And the second one, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, we are going to give you children, a child who has, as you heard the translation, Ghulamin Alim, young and he possessed knowledge, which is, as we know, Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam. And the rest of the story also it claims that is going to be given after Ismail is Isaac, and after Isaac is Jacob. So these are coming in sequence. They are not coming together. But she's going to bear Ismail first, and then she is going to bear Isaac, and then she is going to bear Jacob. So that is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened the road for Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam and for Lut alayhi salatu wasalam. They were, especially Ibrahim, as you can see here, saying, children at this age, what can I do with them? Who is going to raise them properly? He's thinking the death is next door. The death is around the corner. His life is finished. So he was kind of skeptical and unable to see the way out of his conditions by the angels telling him, we deliver to you the message and the good news from Allah that you are going to have children. Ismail, Isaac and Jacob, and they are going to continue your message. He didn't say, he said, what I see from your good news, that I will have a child and I'm going to be old, I cannot even raise them. How is it going to work? I won't be able to be there to mentor them and to nourish them and to inculcate the message to them. What can I do? So they said to him, that's what. قَالُوا بَشَّرْنَاكَ بِالْحَقِّ. Truly we have delivered to you the good news. Allah will make solution. That is the problem of many of us. Here you are, we are going to move the block away to move on. He started thinking far away. I mean, when this child born, maybe after 1 year or we don't know how long, and then the second, and then raise them, and they become prophets and messengers, and they carry the message. This is a long way. He didn't see how it's going to be solved all the way down. The angels say, don't worry about this. Right now, you are going to have children. And when the problem comes, there will be a solution with it. Okay, so you need to accept and prepare yourself and your wife for having a child. قَالُوا بَشَّرْنَاكَ بِالْحَقِّ. We truly have delivered to you the truth. فَلَا تَكُن مِّنَ الْقَانِطِينَ. Do not be among those who despair. And that's exactly what they sensed. Ibrahim, he did not really come to be despaired, but that's what they sensed from his word. I don't see hope in this solution you provide to me. Yes, my wife is going to get pregnant. And after a year or so, and then how long is it going to take him to become really a prophet? It's going to 4 years until my son become a prophet? I don't see that is a solution. So they say, فَلَا تَكُن مِّنَ الْقَانِطِينَ. Allah, you never know. Allah will extend your life for 4 years, and He doesn't know to make these things happening. So قال أبشرتموني على أن مسني الكبر فبما تبشرون. I don't think I will have time to stay 4 years until my son become a prophet. قالوا بشرناك بالحق فلا قال ومن يقنط من رحمة ربه إلا الضالون. That is a statement Allah quoted from Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. He expressed the truth or the law of Allah, that anybody despairs the mercy of Allah, he is among the dhaleen, among the misguided. Anyone, in any conditions, they are in these conditions. Can you hope? You are around 100, and his wife same, or maybe the same, around that number of age, 85, 90, something close to 100. And then they tell you the solution: you are going to have a children. Children, what I'm going to do with them? Because Ibrahim is not talking about himself. Ibrahim is not talking about something related to his family. Talking about the message. How can this message be passed successfully to the second generation? And I think we went through this long time ago, that Ibrahim being given the title of Khalilullah, the special close friend of Allah. Khalilullah, selected special close friend of Allah, have gotten that title because of this concern. Because of he was mainly concerned, how can I pass this message successfully to the second and third generation? That's his concern. And this is the door Allah has opened, and he was successful when he passed the message in both sides, in Palestine through Isaac, and in Mecca through Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam, successfully passed away, and the message flourished and spread until today. And that's why he is called Khalilullah, because he has been taken over by the concern of, how can I go beyond this block? Not that, how can I succeed where the deen of Allah is being institutionalized. It's not a movement, it's not inherited, it's not just taken, it's not being understood, it's not being accepted. No, the deen of Allah permanently built, established, and institutionalized on earth. So Ibrahim and his children, grandchildren, grandchildren, the deen is going to continue. That is what was his concern. And this is what we all need to concern. I mean, maybe I am able to have my kids pray and they are good and read Quran, but that's basically the ultimate of it, might save them. That's all. Ultimate result of that, my wife or all people that I care about, ultimately they might be saved. Ibrahim is not worried about saving them, worried about this deen to be established on earth permanently. And that's why he said, I don't have much time to do all of that. Even if I had children right now, I won't be able to make the deen is well established in practice and on this earth. So I hope you get the point. This is what Allah wants from all Muslims. It's not just to save yourself. Maybe that is one goal, but that is the immediate, and that's going to be only benefiting you. Allah wants from all Muslims to be concerned how we can have the deen well established in the second generations and in life, where is going to continue to, as they say, what? To be built to last. Okay? Because if you are able to make it through your offspring, it's going to finish by them. Ibrahim doesn't want that. That is just very near goal. Wanted to be built to last. And that's why when he built the Kaaba, deen built to last. To the end of this life. He will never go anywhere. Yes?
Lot's wife. It's confusing.
Alright, we'll come to Lot's wife. Why? She is among the criminals. Allah said, she is among the criminals. And she is going to receive exactly what the people of Lut are going to receive. Now, Lut is a prophet and has children from her. So, there was a true marriage. But Allah put her apart from his family, and said she belongs to the mujrimeen. Now, it is basically because of her iman, that's all, not because of her character or morality. The Prophet will never marry a woman that lack basic characters and morality. He will never. So she was, in term of character or morality, is accepted. In term of believing in him, and not only that, her loyalty was basically to them more than to him, where she basically revealed all his plans in secrecy. Whatever he planned to do, she go and tell them, the people, and they just make it basically fail. Every time Lut attempted something to maybe to invite people to call them to the deen or to visit, and he used to travel and visit, maybe these people are bad, this village will accept. His wife used to transfer all this information to them, and they make counter plan, and he was unable to do. That is what does mean she is among the criminals. Okay? It's not that she is part of their work, part of their club, part of their immorality is not accepted. Lot is not crazy. Is going to marry a woman. The whole night is a prostitute or gays or lesbians, and the night she's with the Prophet. He's a human being, he's a great character and prophet, and he sees what bad the people are there. She has a noble characters and morality, and she has influence because they listen to her. But she didn't believe in his message, and mainly she kept all the time revealing his plans in secrecy to them. And even when these messengers came to him, she's the first one ran to them and to tell them, oh, there are really great men in his house. And he was trying to conceal that, but it didn't happen. قَوْمُهُ إِلَيْهِ يُهْرَعُونَ. They rush and run in a kind of mob to him, his house, surrounded his house, because she sent the news to them. He was planning how to approach them, how to save his guests. The plan been failed because he is mujrimeen.
Sheikh, just for sake of my son, could you tell me what was the disease, what Lut alayhi salam followers were doing? Because they talk nowadays very popular thing, he's a gay, and I tell them never mention Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will ignore everything being gay, right? It
is becoming very bad today. In this society, it's becoming this issue extremely bad.
But you have to tell me what disease they have.
The disease, what is the disease? The people of Lut, homosexuality. That's what is it. This is really
big crime. Yeah?
In the eyes of Allah, you don't deserve to live. If you are practicing that kind of action and believe in it, in the eyes of Allah, you do not deserve to live.
And not talk about that either. It's bad, right? Because this is very common in America. This is just
I know.
10, 15 years ago. Oh, he's a gay.
But our problem is our president. He's the one who promoted
Inshallah,
that.
he'll be justified. He'll go that part of
Yeah, he's going to get it first before anybody else because he normalized it.
Yeah, he thinks he's smart. He said, I don't believe it, but this is free country.
No, he's really doing very bad in this regard. He attended a marriage between two same-sex in the White House. I mean, why you do that? Huh?
The whole country like that. It's been like that ever since the beginning of America. Ever since the beginning, because they believe in falsehood. They believe in these things. They incorporate it into society.
So it is basically they are digging their graves by themselves, or they are asking for the punishments, and the punishments of Allah is not going to be delayed. It has its time, but there is no doubt about it. It's going to come, especially when they rise the bar of defending this crime and suppressing the truth in the deen of Allah, just like the people of Lut. Once that threshold reached that point, the promise and the punishments of Allah will never be delayed whatsoever. So it's for their best interest not to go that far, but if they don't want to, that's their choice. They can choose paradise or hellfire. It's up to them. We can do nothing about it.
Also, like with his wife, isn't it like, I mean, she didn't participate, but she still thought it was okay what they're doing. Like
Right.
for us, we need to maybe
Right.
like this.
Good?
It's one thing to say, like his wife, she doesn't participate in the evil, but she
Not at
approves
all.
of it or says
She promoted it.
Yeah, they can do what they want, and we can't have that attitude, I guess.
She was very liberal.
Yes, right.
Okay. Now, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, we said, قال ومن يقنط من رحمة ربه إلا الضالون. We should not despair. Basically, that Ibrahim, if we despair, we are going to be doomed and definitely granted misguidance. The mercy of Allah is there for all His creation, especially for the believers. As the mercy came to Lut and the followers of him, and to Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam and his wife. This is in the Quran telling us this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala deals with the believers and non-believers. When it is time for intervention, the intervention will come. قال فما خطبكم أيها المرسلون. Then when he realized that this is a serious news from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and accepted that, he said, so why, what are you up to? What's the business you are here? قالوا إنا أرسلنا إلى قوم مجرمين. We are going to the مجرمين of Lut to destroy. إلا آل لوط إنا لمنجوهم أجمعين. His followers, from his family or not his family, will save them except his wife. فلما جاء آل لوط المرسلون قال. Now we moved from Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam to Lut, how he dealt with this extreme, difficult day in his life. قالوا بل جئناك بما كانوا فيه يمترون وأتيناك بالحق وإنا لصادقون فأسر بأهلك بقطع من الليل واتبع أدبارهم ولا يلتفت منكم أحد وامضوا حيث تؤمرون وقضينا إليه ذلك الأمر أن دابر هؤلاء مقطوع مصبحين وجاء أهل المدينة يستبشرون قال إن هؤلاء ضيفي فلا تفضحون واتقوا الله ولا تخزون قالوا أولم ننهك عن العالمين قال هؤلاء بناتي إن كنتم فاعلين لعمرك إنهم لفي سكرتهم يعمهون فأخذتهم الصيحة مشرقين فجعلنا عاليها سافلها وأمطرنا عليهم حجارة من سجيل إن في ذلك لآيات للمتوسمين وإنها لبسبيل مقيم إن في ذلك لآية للمؤمنين. Go ahead from
62.
Yeah, all the way to 77.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. He said, verily, you are people unknown to me. They said, nay, we have come to you with that torment which they have been doubting. And we have brought you the truth, the news of the destruction of your nation. And certainly we tell the truth. Then travel in a part of the night with your family, and you go behind them in the rear, and let no one amongst you look back, but go on to where you are ordered. And we made known this decree to him, that the root of those sinners was to be cut off in the early morning. and the inhabitants of the city came rejoicing at the news of the young man's arrival. Lut said, "Verily, these are my guests, so shame me not, and fear Allah and disgrace me not." They, people of the city, said, "Did we not forbid you from entertaining or protecting any of the Alameen, people, foreigners, and strangers from us?" Lut said, "These, the girls of the nation, are my daughters, to marry lawfully, if you must act so. Verily, by your life, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in their while intoxication, they were wandering blindly." So a sayha, torment, awful cry, overtook them at the time of sunrise. And we turned the towns of Sodom in Palestine upside down and rained down on them stones of baked clay. Surely in this are signs for those who see or understand or learn the lessons from the signs of Allah. And verily they, the cities, were right on the high road from Mecca to Syria, that is the place where the Dead Sea is now. Surely therein is indeed a sign for the believers.
So you heard the story. Let's go one bit at a time, and then we'll just put it together. So once they arrived to Lut alayhi salatu wasalam, he said, "I never seen any people like you. You are strangers to me." So they said, "جِئْنَاكَ بِمَا كَانُوا فِيهِ يَمْتَرُونَ." We are bringing to you the end of these people. Yamtarun means Lut kept warning them that if you continue this, the punishments of Allah is going to come. And they yamtarun, they deny and reject and don't believe it. They say, unbelievable, whatever you and your God can do, do it. So basically they were denying that anything wrong that they have been doing or anything wrong is going to happen to them. That is yamtarun. So basically there were a discussion, an argument for a long time between Lut and them, warning them this is a road to punishment, to the wrath of Allah, and they never take that in their mind or never even think of what Lut is saying. So the angels told the Lut, what you have been warning them, we are here to deliver it. جِئْنَاكَ بِمَا كَانُوا فِيهِ يَمْتَرُونَ. What you have warned them, and they reject to believe in it, to think about it, to reflect on it, we are here to deliver it. وَأَتَيْنَاكَ بِالْحَقِّ وَإِنَّا لَصَادِقُونَ. And this is the truth, and we are truthful. So what is the plan? They given him the plan. فَأَسْرِ بِأَهْلِكَ بِقِطْعٍ مِّنَ اللَّيْلِ. قِطْعٍ مِّنَ اللَّيْلِ. After big portion of the night, you need to take here not just family, all your followers, including your family except your wife. And امضوا حيث تؤمرون. They were told to leave that place and go to a certain other village and other city, other town far away, where you have to go to that place. That is the place where you are going to be saved. Don't wander around, delay the leave, or go somewhere else. This is the order of Allah. Take them at the middle of the night and go to that specific place you are ordered to do so. So, and make sure all of them are there, otherwise you are going to be responsible. Some of them might be not saved. وَاتَّبِعْ أَدْبَارَهُمْ وَلَا يَلْتَفِتْ مِنْكُمْ أَحَدٌ وَامْضُوا حَيْثُ تُؤْمَرُونَ وَقَضَيْنَا إِلَيْهِ ذَلِكَ أَمْرًا أَنَّ دَابِرَ هَؤُلَاءِ مَقْطُوعٌ مُصْبِحِينَ. And they told Lut, because imagine, if they tell you the tornado is coming in 2 hours, 3 hours, you start nervous. And how I'm going to collect everything, how I'm going to run, what I take from the house, how I'm going to go to the shelter. So Lut started getting nervous. So they told him the punishment will come until the sunrise. So you get this much of hour, you can leave relax and just follow the instructions. Do not panic. Okay, the punishments won't come until morning or later next day. So that is what they told him. قضينا إليه ذلك أمر أن دابر هؤلاء مقطوع مصبحين. Now دابر هؤلاء, as the word, their root will be uprooted, and nothing from their characters, behaviors, individuals, concepts or attributes will be left. Is going to be erased. Even their effect and their impact in their literature and their, so nobody is going to come and resurrect them. Everything belonging to them is going to be erased. So no one later will come and dig and start looking to their poet and their literature and their song and their programs they do at their clubs and all of these. Nothing out of them is going to be left. That is maqtu', cut off.
Total wipe out.
Right. Not just the individuals. Literature, culture, whatever the traditions, habit is going to be all. And that's why really nobody find anything. All places say where Allah sent His punishment, still you find some traces, some things engraved on the wall, on the rocks, some of their cultures, even Fir'aun and all this. But these people, Allah said, nothing you can find. Absolutely, what they were doing, what they were talking, what their is, nothing is going to be left for anybody to go. And maybe some people will come later interested in this subject. And they'll say, oh well, this is history and all this fun and fun and art and all of this. Allah said it's going to be finished. Okay? Maqtu' musbihin. So it is basically the ayah imply this is a contagious disease. Even if there's little traces left, is going to spread. He better just uproot it totally and make sure everything is finished. And we can see how it is contagious. In no time, spread everywhere. إن داب مقطوع وجاء أهل المدينة. Now, as we said, his wife sent the news. She heard the conversation between her husband and the angels, and she was not worried about what the angels told Lut, and she probably didn't even understand what they said. But she saw a real bright, beautiful, handsome man there. She's wanna give favor to the people of Lut and send them the news. So جاء أهل المدينة. You never ever have people like this, men. So they يستبشرون. This is something. These are models. Okay? Hurry up. There is nothing you can have like this. And a chance you will never have it. No ever person like this. So يستبشرون, they were so excited and extremely rushing and thinking this is a good catch. Let's go. قال, so Lut, unexpectedly, they are surrounding his house and say, surrender these people to us. قال إن هؤلاء ضيفي. These are my guests, don't shame me. واتقوا الله ولا تخزون. Fear Allah and don't also what he said, shame me? تخزون, disgrace me. All right. Now here you can see why, as we said, Lut and Ibrahim really have come to a dead end. They don't realize it, but as Allah said, قالوا أولم ننهك عن العالمين. Haven't we told you, do not entertain, protect any strangers? Means they are the one who set the rule and dominate and rule the country. They are the one. And what I'm going to tell you, I'm going to warn you. The day like this is going to come. Right now we see it far. But the day is going to come that you cannot speak against homosexuality. The day is going to come. If we keep quiet and let it go on and on, this day is going to come. Because, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, these people are intoxicated. How can you rationalize argument with someone who is intoxicated? How can you rationalize it? You let it go by, they drink and become drunk. How you talk to them rationally? It will never work. And so, I think the Muslims and all those who oppose to these have to stand up before it become intoxicating. And the day will come that you cannot speak against it. And actually they give you, أَوَلَمْ نَنْهَكَ, we have given you order instructions, forbid you from doing such act. They will say. قال هؤلاء بناتي إن كنتم فاعلين. Why didn't get married? So many women in the town, they never get married. Why don't do it the right way? So Allah said, لَعَمْرُكَ إِنَّهُمْ لَفِي سَكْرَتِهِمْ يَعْمَهُونَ. I want you to listen to the translation 72. Again.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Verily, by your life, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in their wild intoxication, they were wandering blindly.
Yeah, say that again. This situation is going to come. They are not going to keep it for themselves. Okay? That is the problem. Any other crime, somebody, whatever crime, even disbelieving in Allah, they keep it to themselves, that's fine. But this kind of behaviors makes people just want to have everyone go through it, and they will not just keep it for themselves. To the point, as Allah said,
Verily,
Allah swear by the life of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah saying, I swear by your life, O Muhammad. Right?
verily, by your life, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in their wild intoxication, they were wandering blindly.
And once they reach to that point, how are you going to deal with it? There is no way you can deal with it. So, لَعَمْرُكَ إِنَّهُمْ لَفِي سَكْرَةِ. Allah does not swear by something that's not serious and significant and important. So swear by the life of the Prophet Muhammad that they are really intoxicated, and in that intoxication they are blindly follow their desires and that whatever they told them. You can see today there are people if you say a word, you're going to be in deep trouble. I don't know if it is appropriate to tell you this lady by the name Ellen.
Yeah.
She has a show. So she was, I cannot believe, invited to give a graduation speech in one of these very prestigious, famous university this year. And she was talking. If you listen to it, you feel ashamed to even be that far from it. Said, when I was like you, I was confused like you, even dating men. That's what she's saying. And we used to have a white president. So telling them you are confused. Why? Because you are going the right way and date men. And this is, it is on YouTube. So bad. They are blunt, they are aggressive, okay, that is the word. They become truly extremists and truly aggressive. And they accept no compromise, that everybody has to be doomed, demonized, unless they accepted the law of the land. And this is something worse than any threat that can come to Muslims, really. Worse than anything. persecutions, all these false claim and all of these will never damage the Muslims like this. You won't be able to save yourself or your children or your family. Tomorrow in the school, the teacher will start forcing it on the children in all these public schools. It's true, and it is coming. So, لَعَمْرُكَ إِنَّهُمْ لَفِي سَكْرَتِهِمْ يَعْمَهُونَ. Basically this year, 60% of who have delivered graduation ceremony were all homosexual in this country this year. This is something serious, and you really don't think it is some
They're seriously pushing their agenda
aggressively, extremely, forcefully.
on TV and everything. Got their own shows.
Okay.
Sheikh, famous designer there. Famous designer.
That's what Allah said, لَعَمْرُكَ إِنَّهُمْ لَفِي سَكْرَتِهِمْ يَعْمَهُونَ. Blind and intoxicated. Imagine someone is blind and intoxicated. What do you do with it? And has a knife in his hand. What are you going to do with it?
Convert it to fertilizer.
They say in Canada, they say it's a masjid for homosexuals. In Canada.
Huh? All this weird, something you cannot imagine nor even listen to, is going to happen. Is going to happen.
Did you say masjid?
Yeah.
In Canada?
Yes.
They have the group. They have masjid. Homosexual. They claim they were Muslims. They have their own Jum'ah and masjid in Canada. Well, the government has gathered people and give them, and they have their own imam.
Muslim people?
They claim they are Muslims.
That's propaganda.
I know.
I heard one thing, probably you can explain it better. The hadith that said that the slave woman will give birth to their mistress, right? That is related to this issue, that when people becomes more like homosexual, that means they will, through test tube or what other technology they have, they will give birth to their babies to poor in India, China, those places. Okay, so this is maybe one of the ways that the hadith is coming true.
Explain. Maybe that. I mean. أن تلد الأمة ربتها وأن ترى الحفاة العراة العارية أشد. But what in reality, as this I think pastor or priest, he is a dean of one famous university, said about this issue, said if you take all male and put them in a camp, isolated, luxury life, provide them with all what they need, and take all women on another camp, and isolated, provide them with all luxurious life, and wait 50 years, what's going to happen?
No, next generation.
They will die and everything is finished.
Yeah.
That's what is it.